fairy friends. It is 8 a.m. and I've been up for a while now, and I wanted to get the day started, and I thought I'd include you guys in. This would be my Monday, getting started after the weekend, but yesterday was Labor Day, so it was a long weekend, so this Tuesday counts technically as my Monday. And I wanted to show you my new little notebook that I bought a few weeks ago. So I'm going to be doing my to-do list. I have a calendar, but that's more for appointments and family gatherings and birthdays and stuff. This is just a blank notebook, and I really do love waking up to a new book. Usually every month I can fill up a book with things that I'm supposed to do. And one thing that I've learned over the years is to not be so hard on myself. If in a day I don't finish my to-do list, what I'll do is I'll just turn the page, and whatever I didn't get finished will get added to the next day. Anyway, I got that, and then I wanted to show you I will be getting a new tumbler soon, so I'm so excited. I am not a dedicated coffee drinker as most people are. I tend to crave it more when I'm wanting something warm, like a hot cocoa or whatever. I never used to drink coffee, and I can't drink it without creamer, so technically I just really love creamer apparently. But in the fall is when I start to crave it a little bit more. But water, I'm going to be a little bit of a give you a little testimony about water here. Overnight we do get dehydrated, our brains get dehydrated. You would be surprised how much just drinking a bottle of water or a cup of water in the morning can get your brain going. So the coffee's fine, I love it too, but it's not so much the caffeine that we need as the water to rehydrate and get that foggy brain out. So sorry I'm shaking this. I also have these to wake up to. This little cat palm, and I think that's a cat palm, I can't remember now, but I replaced that one that I had that died over my illness, or whatever I want to call it, after my surgery. I noticed that some of my plants didn't get the tender loving care that I would have given them. I got this snake plant over here. I think I see one of our cats outside just now. Not our cat, but one of the neighborhood cats. I had one of these snake palms a long time ago, or snake plants, and it passed away. And I called it Augie. I don't know why I called it Augie. But the fun thing about these are they were $5, but guess what? There were 2 groupings in the pot, like a little small pint pot. 2 groupings of those, and I was like, whoa. I told my husband, I was like, this is like getting the double the plants. Even the over here, the snake plant had 2, so I actually split those up, and there's 2 of these each. So there's one here in my room, and there's one just like it in the living room, and one of the snake plant as well. So I feel like I got a really good deal on that, so now I can enjoy them in my living room and my studio. And what else was I going to share? Oh, very important. This was actually what I thought first when I thought of sharing with you starting out my day. I'm so excited that I found the Fashionistas Barbie with the prosthetic, and you would be seeing this out of the box, but it's a gift for my mom, and I want her to have the experience of opening this up. She didn't have a lot of toys when she was growing up, so we're all children at heart, and I think that she would really love this. She is an amputee, and what is nice here is this is on the left leg. My mom's left leg was amputated, and it is above the knee amputation, which is like hers. So that's really neat that they have that in common. She probably wishes that she had this much hair. Actually, my mom does have a lot of hair, but she probably wishes that she looked this young. But anyway, She has had some challenges over the years. I'm sure she wouldn't mind me sharing. She uses a wheelchair most of the time. It's been a challenge for her to get used to her prosthetic. So if you have any experience at all with that, or know anyone, or work in the medical field, then you'll know there's a lot of things that go into the prosthetic, and how you adjust to it. And I'll just really quickly go over that. A slight weight change can really mess it up, as far as I can tell. My grandma was also an amputee, and she had she would get blisters a lot, and that would really, I don't know if you guys ever had a blister on the back of your heel, say on a hiking trip, and you got to keep going. Sometimes putting a band-aid doesn't always work, it rubs away. Putting a sock to cover on your heel, the sock will rub on it, and you'll just be in agony over the tiniest little blister. Just imagine that, but you're just trying to walk, or you're just trying to get through your day. So there's that. Thankfully my mom hasn't had to deal with blisters, but she's retired, so she doesn't have to deal with that. Also, because it's above the knee, you have to get used to the knee joint, the different knee joint. And I'd imagine, because you're comparing both your regular leg with your prosthetic leg, as you're walking, your brain is having to register the two different ways, and your brain has all these connections to a leg that's not there anymore. So your brain isn't processing the information correctly, and that is what I understand to happen when you have phantom pain. I'm sure you guys have heard of that. There's also like phantom tingling, itching, heat. You can feel anything that you would have felt on your leg, even though it's gone. So I'd imagine that part is very difficult to orchestrate both of those. Kind of like rubbing your head and or patting your head and rubbing your tummy. See, I can't even say it right, let alone do it. Your arms want to do the same thing. I'd imagine that your leg wants to too. So I think that this is going to be really nice for her. It'll be something fun. Now, whether or not she keeps it, I don't know. My mom is an odd bird, and she has her set ways, and she likes her knickknacks, and she doesn't tend to like some certain things around the house. So she might, I know she's really going to love this, but she might end up just giving it back to me. And that's not just me wishful thinking. If she keeps hers, and that will make me so happy. But if she doesn't, because she's not a doll person, she's just not. If she gives it back, that's fine. So you might be seeing this again, is the only reason that I'm saying that. And I have one fun thing that I get to do. Well, I have tons of fun things to do today, but I have another, what I will be calling, or what I did call, doorstep dollies. I didn't do the last one of the items that I got from my neighbor, because they were all just the porcelain doll heads and doll parts, and there's not really anything of interest because they're blank, and I didn't really think that anybody would really like those. So hopefully I haven't been shaking this the whole time doing this motion. But I will be going over and getting some things from her porch across the street. She has cleaned out even more doll parts, ribbons, and laces. So I did get a bunch of that before. I just didn't think anybody would really want it. If you're hearing a clicking sound, it's my new chair, which technically isn't new. We couldn't decide on a chair. After my surgery, we got a new bed. We tried to fix everything possible that would help me to recuperate and not get into the shape that I was in. So anything to help our back, my husband and I got new shoes. I got a new bed. I know shoes doesn't really sound right. You're probably thinking, well, that's silly. Well, I tend to hang on to my tennis shoes because I paint and spray paint and do all kind of stuff. So I just never get new shoes because I figure, well, I don't want to ruin them. Well, if you have spine issues or back issues, a good pair of shoes really mean a lot. So new shoes, new bed, some posture things that I can use during the day, and a new office chair. We looked, but I just couldn't pull the trigger on spending the money, because it's kind of like you read the reviews and sometimes people wrote some really great things and some people didn't, so I just couldn't decide and I just got fatigued. I don't know if you've done that, shopping online and you look at the reviews and you just get overwhelmed. The one place or one time shopping online like that, I never get fatigued, is when I'm looking for dolls on eBay. Apparently I don't get fatigued doing that because I can look all day long. I do have a doll on the way, so there will be a box opening. It's Baby Loves to Talk, and I'll be revisiting the Cricket dolls because it's a talking doll. And the chair, as I was saying, the chair's clicking. It's not a new chair. I switched chairs with my son, so he gets the new one that I got that's too high up, and I have the one that's lower, and that's so I keep my work up higher, which is kind of challenging for me because I'm set in my ways. I've been doing this for 15, almost 20 years, I guess, in between there. So it's a little bit difficult to relearn how I work, and here is a little fairy, and yes, they do look very strange until they get their hair and clothing, but that will be getting finished today. And I think that is it. There may or may not be a Tinker Tuesday because I still didn't make the wig for this little gal here, but I did order these glasses. Now that I show you her again, I am a little bit embarrassed, so maybe I will work on her and show you real quick. I just have a little booty type sock. Then I'm going to make her wig cap, and then if you'll remember, then I was going to make her hair out of this thick twisted yarn because it's really soft, and I think it'll look really cute on her. So you actually might see that today. That might be my Tinker Tuesday. I don't know, but I really love these glasses that I ordered. They're really cheap. They're from a place here in America, so you don't have to wait a really long time. And then I found these at Meijer. And let me show you the set. And I keep forgetting what they call these. I think they call them Best Friends. I forget what Meijer doll. This is a Meijer doll. And let me see what it is. Oh, it's Girlfriends. This is the Meijer kind of equivalent of the 18-inch doll. But the set came with these cute little, they look like Converse, or Chucks, as we always called them, the low top Chucks. And I actually got 2 sets because she has a sister. She has blonde hair, and I'll be working on her next. But this set came with the little sneakers and sunglasses, and it came with a necklace. And I believe it was like $5 or $6. So you got the tennis shoes, a cute necklace that I think you could wrap around twice and do as a bracelet maybe, and the sunglasses. So I thought that was pretty good. Meijer had a lot more in the way of accessories than Walmart that I noticed recently. Walmart has a lot of the clothes, but they don't have a lot of the accessories, so it's kind of and I haven't checked Target in a while, so I might get my daughter to go over to Target with me. She's the Target lady. And you guys will remember this from a previous video. So I do think that the clothes are cute, and I think that you could use the clothes off the rack there at the toy aisle as they are, but you could also add to them to make them, you know, unique and you know, how you would like them. But really, honestly, I'd just rather make clothes myself. So you'll be seeing her later today. Yeah, I've just about decided you're going to see her later. And I do apologize for bumping the camera over and over. Well, we are at 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I wanted to show you really quickly, if I haven't already, my wand that my good friend Amy sent me years ago. Now, Amy and I have never met, but she has become very dear to me. She's one of my inspirations and role models. She's awesome. She is to me, she is just the epitome of grace and strength under fire. And whenever I say at the end of a video, have a magical day, I probably should say make it a magical day, because that's more along the lines of my thinking and has been for years. I just think have a magical day is closest to have a nice day. But really, honestly, we're in charge of whether or not we're going to be positive. We might not be in charge of what gets handed to us. You know, my 3-month stint of being bedridden, I wasn't in charge of that. It just was handed to me. And like that saying, you may be handed a cactus, but nobody told you to sit on it. So we can try our best, and sometimes it's difficult, it's challenging to deal with what we're given. So when I say have a magical day, just keep in mind, really, I'm thinking make it magical. And this wand, it's very beautiful. I love it. It's just my reminder. It's always out that I'm in charge of my day. I make it magical. I'm in charge of it. And that's kind of just what this symbolizes. No, I don't think magic is actually real. But there is magic in being positive, being generous and kind to others, because that really does transform their day. And I don't know any other better definition of magic, which transforms things. And so that's my little piece on that, and I do hope you guys have a magical day. I hope you make it a magical day, and I will see you again. Thank you for spending some time with me. Bye-bye.